the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Chief of Staff Armed Forces of the Philippines commands troops for the neutralization of top CPP-NPA leader. IP leaders welcome justice after NPA leader's death in Caraga. Philippines and UAE signed treaties on extradition, mutual legal assistance, and transfer of prisoners. Department of Education commits to sustaining USAID-supported projects despite funding freeze. Good Valentine's Day, everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. Today is Friday, February 14, 2025, and this is AFP Community News, your source of updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. In behalf of Rob Suzon, this is Jhai Simbajon, here to bring you today's stories. DWDD Armed Forces News. The Chief of Staff Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Romeo S. Browner Jr. Philippine Army, commended the troops for its successful operation on the neutralization of a top Communist Party of the Philippines NPA leader in Caraga after she was killed in an encounter with troops from the 30th Infantry Battalion in the mountainous area of Sitio Imelda, Barangay Pianing, Butuan City, Agusan del Norte. General Browner lauded the troops for its unwavering commitment and dedication, along with the support of the civilians that resulted in the neutralization of Mirna Solarte alias Ka Maria Malaya. According to the Chief of Staff, the death of Ka Maria Malaya created a significant leadership vacuum, leaving the NPA in chaos. Meanwhile, General Browner urged the remaining NPA members to surrender now and take advantage of the government's amnesty program to help them reintegrate into society. And indigenous peoples leaders in Caraga region welcomed the death of Mirna Solarte, alias Maria Malaya, a top leader of the Communist Party of the Philippines New People's Army in the area. According to the IP leaders, the demise of Ka Maria Malaya was a long-awaited justice for IP victims of her group's atrocities. In a statement, Dato Rico Maca, chair of the Association of Indigenous Peoples Mandatory Representatives in Caraga, said that the justice is served to the IP leaders and members who lost their lives during Solarte's reign of terror. Meanwhile, Maca encouraged and urged the remaining members of the NPA to return to the folds of the law and accept the government's offer to live in peace. DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio. And now let us hear more updates from Angel about the 53rd Infantry Battalion. PNP strengthened ties for Zamboanga del Sur's peace. Angel?
Yes, Jhai, the 53rd Infantry Matapat Battalion of the Philippine Army and Police Regional Office 9 strengthened ties and collaboration during Acting Deputy Regional Director for Operations or PRO9 Police Colonel Santiago Pascual III visit at the headquarters of the 53rd Infantry Battalion, Camp Major David Sabido, Poblacion Gipo, Zamboanga del Sur yesterday. The said visit aimed to strengthen interagency coordination between the Philippine Army and the Philippine National Police in maintaining peace and security in Zamboanga del Sur. Additionally, the meeting focused on improving joint operational strategies, intelligence sharing, and collaborative security efforts to address threats and prepare for the upcoming national and local elections. Meanwhile, 53rd IB Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Rolando Vargas Jr. expressed gratitude for the visit, emphasizing the importance of the sustained collaboration between the military and law enforcement agencies in achieving lasting peace. This is Angel Cruz Camomot reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Angel. And the acting Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Lieutenant General Jaime D. Larida, welcomed Rear Admiral Galami Pinjet, French Joint Commander for Asia Pacific, to the Philippines in a courtesy visit yesterday. AFP's meeting with the French Joint Commander for Asia Pacific focused on enhancing defense capabilities and expanding bilateral cooperation between the Philippines and France. During the discussion, both military leaders highlighted the significance of strengthening defense partnership. Meanwhile, the said visit underscored the AFP's commitment to fostering a more resilient partnership and advancing opportunities for engagement in areas of mutual defense interest. DWDD Armed Forces News. And the Department of Social Welfare and Development successfully launched and turned over funds amounting to 900,000 pesos to two CAFGO active auxiliary farmers associations in Paquibato District, Davao City. The two farmers associations that received 450,000 pesos each were Pigdalahan Tribes Farmers SLP Association in Barangay Pandaitan and the Kinsi Farmers Association in Barangay Salapawan. The fund that the farmers associations received will serve as seed capital to start their general merchandise business ventures. Meanwhile, present during the turnover were representatives from the DSWD, City Agriculture Office, and the 89th Infantry Battalion's Community Development Team. DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio. More updates from Leonor about 11th Infantry Division leads comprehensive health and wellness program at 101st Infantry Brigade. Leonor?
The 11th Infantry Division led a comprehensive health and wellness program for the troops of 101st Infantry Brigade at Camp Luis Biel-2, Barangay Tabiawan, Isabela City, Basilan. The said initiative is a collaboration between the Gender and Development God Office, 11ID, and the Kuta General Teodulfo Bautista Station Hospital 11th Infantry Division. The program aimed to enhance the physical, mental, and spiritual and reproductive well-being of the brigade's troops and tenant units, and also provided guidance on legal awareness and the dangers of illegal drugs. Meanwhile, 101st Infantry Brigade Commander Brigadier General Alvin Luzon, Philippine Army, expressed gratitude to the 11th ID for their unwavering commitment to troop welfare. And this is Leonor Tanap reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Leonor.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the National Amnesty Commission reported that it had reached a milestone of 2,000 amnesty applications. According to the NAC, 4 local amnesty boards have resolved 45 applications to date, ready to be submitted to the Office of the President for final approval. In her statement, NAC Chairman Leia Tanodra Armamento said the initiative is a benevolent act of the President, extending his hands so applicants can reintegrate back into society. Meanwhile, the NAC has 19 labs in key locations nationwide, including the National Capital Region, Pampanga, La Union, Baguio, Isabela, Albay, Quezon, Iloilo, Bacolod, Catbalogan, Tacloban, Pagadian, Cagayan de Oro, Cotabato, Davao, Hulu, Basilan, Coronadal, and Butuan.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for our national news,
DWDD National News.
the Philippines and the United Arab Emirates have signed treaties on extradition, mutual legal assistance in criminal matters, and transfer of sentenced persons. Department of Justice Secretary Sus Crispin C. Rimulya signed the 3 treaties in behalf of the Philippine government. Rimulya emphasized that these represent both countries' a shared commitment to justice, the rule of law, and international security. He explained that the extradition treaty will ensure that fugitives cannot escape justice by crossing borders, as it establishes clear procedures for extradition requests and safeguards the right of individuals.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
More updates from Shaw about 62nd Infantry Battalion NGOs spread love through medical mission and gift giving in Canlaon City. Siya?
Yes, Ruff. The 62nd Infantry Unifier Battalion and some non-government organizations brought hope and assistance to communities in Barangay Panubigan, Canlaon City, Negros Oriental. The Provincial Management Coordinating Committee or PMCC Rotary Club of Dumaguete South Chapter, Dumaguete Rural Bank Incorporated, and Metro Dumaguete Water, along with the 62nd IB, conducted a gift-giving, medical and optical mission to the residents of the same area. With this, Saod initiative benefited 72 families and a total of 264 individuals. Meanwhile, the activity was aimed to provide essential services to residents affected by the ongoing ash emissions from Mount Canlaon. This is Shane Araneta reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Siya.
DWDD National News.
For more updates, the Department of Education reiterated its commitment to sustaining programs supported by the United States Agency for International Development or USAID despite the announced funding freeze. The agency said it has outlined plans for program continuity. Education Secretary Sonny Angara said that they are exploring alternative funding sources. DepEd also requested USAID to properly turn over project materials to maximize resource use.
DWDD National News.
And the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation has expanded its coverage for heart disease treatments, increasing financial assistance for life-saving procedures such as fibrinosis and angioplasty. PhilHealth spokesperson Dr. Francis Pargas said PhilHealth's benefit for fibrinolysis as an emergency treatment to dissolve blood clots was increased from 12,000 pesos to 123,000 pesos. Meanwhile, the coverage for angioplasty has been raised from 30,000 pesos to 523,000 pesos. Aside from this, PhilHealth will now cover ambulance costs amounting to 22,000 pesos for heart attack patients requiring emergency transfer to better equipment hospitals.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear from Joanne about Northern Luzon Command and Naval Forces joint 7th MMCA with U.S. and Canada Maritime Forces. Joanne?
The Northern Luzon Command, under the leadership of Lieutenant General Fornil G. Buca, Philippine Air Force, participated in the 7th Multilateral Maritime Cooperative Activity, or MMCA, on February 12, 2025. The Naval Forces Northern Luzon, which operates under the NOLCOM's operational control, serve as the participating unit representing the Philippine Navy alongside maritime forces from the United States and Canada. The MMCA took place within the Northern Luzon Command Joint Operational Area. The activity aimed to strengthen coordination, improve cooperation, and enhance maritime security among participating nations. NOLCOM, through NFNL, deployed BRP Andres Bonifacio PS-17 and Beechcraft King Air NV-394 to take part in the division tactics, anti-submarine warfare, and communication exercises, all designed to improve operational readiness. Lieutenant General Buca highlighted the importance of the activity, stating that NOLCOM's participation in the 7th MMCA reinforces commitment to protecting maritime territory, securing sovereign rights, and working with allies to promote regional stability. This initiative supports the Armed Forces of the Philippines' efforts to safeguard the West Philippine Sea and maintain maritime domain awareness. It also reflects the importance of international cooperation in ensuring peace, stability, and adherence to the 2016 arbitral ruling under UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. This is John Sagao reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Joanne.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. assured job applicants in Iloilo City that the government would help them land a job that matches their skills. Marcos attended the job fair in La Paz, Iloilo City before meeting local officials of the Regional Development Council 6. He told the job seekers that he dropped by to express his well wishes for the 2,000 applicants who registered for the job matching event. According to Marcos, the job caravan aims to help 4Ps beneficiaries to transition from government aid to self-sufficiency and financial independence by offering a wide range of jobs and pre-employment assistance.
DWDD National News.
Rumors arrive and cannot be outrightly dignified. This was how Malacanang responded to rumors of a looming cabinet revamp. Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin said he does not know how credible the revamp claims are, pointing out that rumors always resurface. Bersamin said this amid rumors that 2 more cabinet members, aside from Transportation Secretary Jaime Bautista, have stepped down from their posts.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And let us hear some information from Mel Jhai about Marine Battalion Landing Team 8 sharpens search and rescue skills through continuous training. Mel Jhai?
Yes, good afternoon. The Marine Battalion Landing Team 8 through the 28th Marine Company once again actively participated in the mountain search and rescue training at Camp Mount Lamin, Carasi, Ilocos Norte. As part of its continuous efforts to maintain and improve operational readiness, MBLT-8 regularly engages in mountain search and rescue training alongside fellow military and uniformed personnel. This iteration of the training focused on refining skills in knot tying, first aid, and mountaineering signage with special emphasis on wilderness first aid. By consistently participating in mountain search and rescue training, MBLT-8 ensures its personnel remain well equipped to assess and manage injuries in challenging mountain environments, reinforcing their capability to respond effectively to real-life rescue operations. This commitment reflects the unit's dedication to readiness, resilience, and service to the nation. This is Meljay Nesho Arroco reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Mel Jhai.
DWDD National News.
For other updates, the National Capital Region Police Office has endorsed a complaint containing a string of criminal charges before the Department of Justice against the 10 Taguig City policemen in the viral warrantless operation. The NCRPO Director Brigadier General Anthony Aberin said that they neither tolerate nor turn a blind eye on the concerns raised by the public. He said endorsement of charges of robbery, grave coercion, physical injury, obstruction of justice, malicious mischief, Republic Act 7610, unlawful arrest, and violation of domicile were a result of a thorough and impartial investigation into the incident. Aberin earlier ordered the release of 10 policemen when the video of the incident went viral on social media.
DWDD National News.
And the Department of Science and Technology launched the Science Pinas, an initiative in integrating science, technology, and innovation into the daily lives of Filipinos. The OST Assistant Secretary Napoleon Juanillo said this is a statement that science is for everyone. Juanillo added that they want Filipinos to see, feel, and experience the power of innovation in their lives. While promoting scientific knowledge and innovation, the program aims to highlight the country's natural wonders and cultural heritage.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear more from Gina about Army Signal Regiment Joint Cyber Congo 2025 training exercises. Gina?
Yes, Jhai, the Cyber Battalion of the Army Signal Regiment participated in Cyber Congo 2025, an international cybersecurity training exercise. The said exercise was hosted by Japan's Ministry of Defense. The Philippine Army teams showcased their expertise and resilience in handling cyber threats. Meanwhile, the Cyber Congo is a prestigious competition that tests participants in cyber defense operations, incident response, and active defense strategies. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina.
DWDD National News.
And Senate President Francis Escudero said that the upper chamber plans to create additional positions when it relocates to its new home in Taguig City. Escudero said no Senate employee will be terminated or laid off from their current positions due to the proposed optimization or right-sizing bill. Instead, they will establish no offices and require additional competencies when moving to a larger building. He also gave assurances that casual employees would be prioritized for available and new positions.
DWDD National News.
And Filipinos are increasingly becoming vulnerable to romance or love scams as the number of potentially fraudulent individuals or entities surged in 2024. Based on Moody's data, the number of Filipino entities and people with potential links to romance scams saw a rapid surge to 45 in 2024 versus 10 in 2023. In 2024, the Philippines ranked 7th globally for the highest number of fraudulent accounts or scammers. 4 out of every 100 individuals are involved in financial crimes.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
Now let us hear a reporter on the ground about troops discover NPA arms and explosive cache in Camarines Norte. Go on for the details, Sena.
Information from a former NPA member led to the recovery of an arms and explosive cache of the communist terrorist group in Labo, Camarines Norte. Troops from the 16th Infantry Battalion of the 2nd Infantry Division Philippine Army, together with the local police units in the area, acted on the information regarding the hidden weapons and explosives of the terrorist group in Barangay Baay of said municipality. Authorities seized the said cache, numerous high-powered firearms and explosive that includes 4 M16A1 rifles, 1 M14 rifle, and 1 M1 carbine, 5 anti-personnel mines, 7 improvised hand grenades, 9 improvised switches, 4 rolls of detonating cords, and 50 blasting caps. In his statement, Major General Serelo Balaoro Jr., the commander of the Army's 2ID, covering southern Tagalog and part of Bicol, said that the recovery of these firearms not only weakens the capability of the terrorist group to sow violence but also indicates the dwindling number of NPA fighters that explains the arms cache. This is Anna from Sulcom reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Sena. On the other line, let us hear more from Jhai about 5th Infantry Division ensures to strengthen reserve force. Jhai?
Good afternoon, Jhai. The 5th Infantry Star Division ensured to strengthen the reserve force in its area of responsibility after 5th ID Commander Major General Gulliver L. Senieres, Philippine Army, met with officers and members of the 2nd Regional Community Defense Group of Cagayan, led by Colonel Moneb Mamao, commander of 2nd RCDG RCPA at the capital of Cagayan. In a statement, Major General Senieres, Philippine Army, said the 5th ID will conduct various programs to train all reservists, not only in humanitarian disaster response, but also basic tactics and techniques in warfare. Major General Senieres also addressed some of the reservists' concerns regarding their morale and welfare. Meanwhile, the 5th ID commander urged everyone to join and become part of the reserve force of our nation. This is Jhai Rivera reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Shaira.
DWDD National News.
And for our final news, 3 weather systems will prevail over parts of the country today, February 14. Agasa said that the shear line will be affecting extreme northern Luzon. The easterlies will affect the eastern sections of Luzon and Visayas, while the intertropical convergence zone will bring isolated rains over Mindanao. For extreme northern Luzon, Batanes, and Babaylan Islands will have cloudy skies with scattered rains and isolated thunderstorms due to the shear line. Meanwhile, Bicol Region, Eastern Visayas, Mainland Cagayan, Isabela, Aurora, and Quezon will have cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms due to the easterlies. Flash floods or landslide may occur because of moderate to, at times, heavy rains.
DWDD National News.
And before we end up our program, announcement from our AFP PGMC for those for our AFP pensioners. For those pension account under Land Bank of the Philippines, you can withdraw your pension for this month today, 14th of February. For those pensioners who has a pension account under Development Bank of the Philippines and Philippine Veterans Bank, you can withdraw your pension on the 17th of February. That will be on a Monday. For those pensioners who are tagged as hold, you can reach out to the office of the AFP PGMC or you can call their hotline 0966-311-5003. And that concludes today's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in, especially to our audience on AFP Radio's DWDD's Facebook page. And be sure to join us and catch us again next week for more stories and updates. Same time, same station. Once again, this is Jhai Simbajon for AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines. And happy Valentine's Day,
Behold the
everyone.
latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.